Frack on. Welcome to another episode of Frack the Canon. Before we start off, I would like to do a little homage or throwback to in memory of Mr. Richard Donner, who gave us The Omen, Goonies, Lethal Weapon. But my favorite work of his is the first Superman movie.
From a doomed planet in a distant galaxy to a fantastic underground hideaway, from the Fortress of Solitude to the bustling city room of the Daily Planet. Look, up on the screen. It's Superman. Superman, the movie.
So what's up with Loki, episode 4? My favorite episode so far because it brought back my favorite character, Lady Sif, aka Jaimie Alexander.
You!
Sif!
You conniving, craven, pathetic worm! You did this!
What? Ow.
I hope you know you deserve to be alone, and you always will be.
I was so happy to see her. Everyone knows I love Lady Sif. Everyone knows I love Jaimie Alexander. What did you guys think when you first saw that? I was like, ah!
I immediately thought of you when she came on screen. I'm like, Renee must be fangirling right now, or sorry, fanboying right now.
I was fangirling like, oh my god, 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 oh my god.
I'll say two things about it. One is I like how they kind of established, like, oh, you cut my hair. That's like in
In the
like
myth.
yeah, in this like the Loki story. That's how she ended up with black hair. She used to have blonde hair, and then Loki cut her hair, and that's why she has black hair, like Rapunzel and Tangled. But the thing I was really hoping for on the like seeing her is I was hoping we would learn what happened to her between Dark World and Ragnarok, but
Right.
I guess not.
Sarah, you want to say something?
Yeah, as soon as I saw her, I'm like, this is gonna be Renee's favorite episode. Like, I love how she kept attacking him. Like, he deserves it. He's such an asshole.
Isn't that obvious that I love Jaimie Alexander? I mean, Lady Sif. I mean, Jaimie Alexander.
It's very obvious.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet some money on it.
Okay. Alrighty. So that was my favorite movie. That was kind of like, I'm in. Hell yeah. This episode though, I got a lot of stuff that I definitely was like, all right, this is definitely my favorite episode so far of this season, this series. And I've noticed that with me for Marvel shows, it takes a couple of episodes in, like halfway through, and I'm like, what happened with Falcon and Winter Soldier? It happened with WandaVision. It took me a minute to finally. I was watching it because I'm like, oh, it's Marvel, but I have to watch it because I need my Marvel fix. But yeah, what was your favorite moment or events? Like besides that one, did you guys have any other? I have other moments that I want to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about?
It wasn't necessarily a favorite moment, but I think the reveal on Ravonna, the lady who pretended to be friends with Mobius, and then her turn on everything was really well executed. One little Easter egg in the show that I want to share, which is amazing actually, is when we first see her in the beginning of the episode when she takes the little child Sylvie from Asgard in the timeline. Her police badge number or whatever was A23, and that's a huge Easter egg because that's her first appearance, I guess Avengers 23 or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, and in that, it kind of establishes who she is as a character. In the comics, she, at that first appearance, was in a relationship with Kang the Conqueror. So I'm really hoping this really establishes some major, huge connections in future Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I did not know that about her, that she was...
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, short-lived relationship, and then she kind of had her own path. But I think this is Marvel showing us that Kang is going to be showing up soon.
Do we think that Kang's going to be the new big bad like Thanos was for this phase?
I think he's the new Mephisto. And we're like, he's going to show up in this episode. He's going to show up in this episode, and he's never going to show up. That's what I think he is.
Do you think they're gonna go with one big bad again though? Like, I feel like it's gonna be very hard to equal what they did with Thanos. Like,
True.
I think at the end, because it kind of seems like the next saga is going to be the time saga or the multiverse saga. Because the next movie is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And from what I understand from this show is that at least the multiverse is what they're calling the different timelines. So I'm assuming that's what the saga is going to be. I think it's going to be a minute. I think he's going to be he might be the big bad, but because he is a time traveler, he might be able to show up here and there. Whereas Thanos is kind of like a cosmic being who kind of shows up.
Yeah, but I think the thing about it being a multiverse is they can take everyone's stories and have them branch out and not have to be as connected. Because I don't know if they could equal what they already did. Like I feel like that'd be really hard. It's like on Walking Dead, they always try to make the new big bad guy, and at some point it becomes ridiculous. I'm like, there's no one this evil in the world.
I stopped watching Walking Dead after episode 2 of season 3. I don't care.
I stopped after Glenn died. That was too much for me.
Yeah, but for me, it's like the same analogy. Like they had something that was really good, and then they kept trying to create that with the new big bad. And I mean, you guys stopped watching, so I hope that they do something different.
Are you still watching Walking Dead?
Yeah, I mean, I like Fear the Walking Dead better than the original right now, but yeah.
All right, let's get back to Loki. So the other big thing I think at the end was that reveal of the variants.
This is hell. Am I dead?
Not yet. But you will be unless you come with us.
I was like, holy frack. What the heck? I recognize 2 of them. I recognize Classic Loki and Kid Loki. I don't know who the other 2 are, but what do you guys think about that? To me, that says that when they prune someone, they go to where the other variants are. So I'm assuming that will happen to Mobius.
Yeah, one thing I really want to share. There's a really funny meme out there. Mobius is waking up. He's like, "Am I dead?" And then it's no, but you will be able to come with us. And
it's all like the different.
Yeah, like Lightning McQueen and Hansel from Zoolander and the guy from Shanghai Noon. Yeah.
I love that new meme template.
Yeah, I hope there's tons of Mobii right now.
I like that grammar joke.
They're all on jet skis.
All right.
I think one of the other ones was like, it looks like a Thor variant. He had a giant hammer.
It did, but from the credits they called him Boastful Loki.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what?
Yeah, it makes sense. Boastful Loki did have a Mjolnir type thing.
Yeah. Get a meow meow. I'm sorry. I love that joke. I'm never gonna stop calling it meow meow. What else did you guys want to talk about? Like, I remember something that kind of blew my mind too was the Time Guardians, them being androids. I'm like, wait, what? So to me that gave me more.
It's a Wizard of Oz moment right there for sure.
But to me, then who created the Guardians then? Because if they're robotic, they were sent by someone. They were controlled by someone.
Maybe it's Kang.
Kang?
Yeah.
So it could be. I'm hoping that's the case. Is where it's something like, because we only have 2 episodes left in the show.
Right.
In the comics, the TVA was created by a TVA agent who went back in time to ensure the creation of the TVA. And I'm hoping it's not something that complicated. And it's just like, okay, well, Kang just shows up and says, "What's up?"
Sarah?
Well, I do think, I mean, when the one was decapitated, they were all laughing. So I'm hoping there's someone behind it. It's like, as you said, it was a very Wizard of Oz moment, but I hope whoever behind it isn't as goofy as the wizard in that movie. But like, I definitely felt like there was someone behind it making them do what they did.
I'm very curious to see, or I am questioning the reason why Ravonna pulled Sylvie from her timeline, and when Sylvie asked her what was my Nexus event, why'd you pull me from the timeline, and she just smiles like a B word and says, I don't know, or I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like what Thanos
Yeah.
said.
I don't
And
know.
I'm like,
Garbage. I don't even know who you are.
what was the reason? I want to know.
I think the reason was that she was gonna create the timeline. So here's the thing, something that I noticed, I was talking to my cousin about it, was that the episode 2 they destroyed the timeline, but this episode it seemed like everything's back to normal. I'm like, so wait, why that?
That's
Like,
a good point.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened to that event? I mean, shouldn't they be all be going out and fixing it or whatever? It seemed like they were destroying certain plots, moments in time in space. So I'm like, wait, what? Like, what's happening? Why? Where are they going to go back to that? It kind of feels like they.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that was it. I'm like, I was done.
Oh man, so it reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, because in Dragon Ball Z, Trunks' timeline never fixes, and it just establishes in that series when you travel through time, you just go to like the next string in string theory, and you never end up back where you started. So my theory is, at least with this, is either one of two things. Either the timeline has already fixed itself from TVA or Kang involvement, or they haven't made it back to where they started.
Or the timeline was supposed to be where it is now, because we as the audience are in Loki 2012's perspective, so maybe this event was supposed to happen all along.
Right.
This is why I hate things about time. Like, just
it's so convoluted.
I know, yeah. It's like you can't. Everything can happen, and I'm just like, no, I hate it.
But I think that's what they're counting on, because this seems like Phase 4. They really want to explore the multiverses, especially with the new series What If coming out.
That's what I like about Doctor Who. And Doctor Who, when they do time stuff, like, well, this moment can't be changed. Like, we kind of just have to. Like, you can't, like, people have to die. Like, when they went to Pompeii, like, no, we can't stop Pompeii from exploding. It has to happen. And they call it fixed points. So there are certain points like you can't mess with at all. Even though I'm a Time Lord, like I can't do this. Like here, it's like they're like, it feels that Marvel kind of like also kind of back to like, all right, we're figuring it out as we go. Like this one feels like it's better, like it's more polished than Falcon and Winter Soldier, but they're still kind of like, where are you guys going? Like I don't know what this is about. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier was about Sam becoming Captain America. And then WandaVision was about Wanda becoming like, well, it was about grief. It was about grief and her becoming Star, which was her full potential. Yeah. What is this about? Like Loki becoming Loki? Like, I mean,
I think it's a love story between Loki and himself, which actually is my favorite part of this episode, is that he is so in love with himself that he causes an event. Like
the Nexus event, right? That was the boner that was meant to be.
Yeah, I think it. Oh, the Nexus event. Yeah, if they're gonna make a Loki
babies.
Yeah. But I think what the show is really about is like in episode 2, Mobius and Loki were having a conversation about, is our own path kind of locked in place, or can we carve our own path? And Loki, being who he is like, no, you could always carve your own path, but then the TVA kind of just represents like the universe trying to maintain its own order. So I think it's a philosophical examination of Loki's place in the universe, and that ties very closely to Norse mythology with like what he actually is. Like chaos brings progress, even if it causes harm.
Anything else? Anyone else? Any theories from this episode?
I have one thing. A lot of people are theorizing: is Owen Wilson going to say "wow"? He never said "wow." He hasn't said "wow" yet, but he says "how."
I have a theory. I have a theory that this is a way for Tom Hiddleston to bow out of being Loki, but for them to keep Loki around, and it's gonna be Sylvie's gonna be the new Loki.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Could be. Do you think he doesn't like it though? I feel like he actually, like, I could tell, like, yeah, Chris Evans and them were all done. Like, I think they're done playing characters. But
the only go ahead, sorry.
I think I don't know. I feel like I get the sense he enjoys being Loki, but maybe.
I think he loves it. I think there's only two actors that love playing the comic characters, and that was Hugh Jackman and this guy. But I think Hugh Jackman was like, I gotta let him go. Like I can't. Like I'm too old. I think he might be feeling the same way. Like how old is he? He's maybe 5-6 years older than us, so maybe early 40s, mid 40s. But I'm like, I can't keep playing this character anymore. That's my theory, and I could be wrong. Maybe just like Frack it, bring it back. Maybe Richard E. Grant's gonna be class.
It could be the studio too. It's just saying, time for us to bring in. Yeah, keep it fresh.
Any other comments? Any other thoughts?
Looking forward to 5. I don't know if you guys seen the teaser for that yet. It looks so good.
That looks amazing. I can't wait for episode 5. I just still want to know what the frick happened to the timeline. Did it get fixed? Did it not get fixed?
I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
I know. It's bullshit plop. All right. Any final comments? Any final thoughts?
Final thought? Maybe it was Loki all along. Maybe Loki was the one who created the TVA. Sorry. I just wanted to throw something ridiculous out there.
I love it. Wait, do we know who created the TVA in the comics? Or I didn't know TVA was a thing in the comics, honestly. I've been so out of it.
I just looked it up this week. It's created by someone in the TVA at like the end of time to try and prevent.
Oh yeah, it was the original timekeeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was like an agent for the TVA, and then he went to create his own existence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for the next one. This has been my favorite of the TV shows that have come out. So I'm very excited to see what happens.
Okay. I just want more Lady Sif, please. All I want.
He might be out of luck though, unless they lock him up again.
Yeah. At least not in this series for a while until what, Love and Thunder?
Yeah, she's in Love and Thunder, apparently.
What I want, and CJ and I were pitching, was like a Lady Sif Valkyrie like buddy cop show.
Ooh.
Like going through the 9 realms. That's what I want. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige, please make it happen. All righty. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you same fracking time, same fracking channel. Frack off.
Frack off.
Frack off.